Have you ever thought about where your produce comes from? Most grocery chains receive produce from various local and national farmers. In fact, there are about 3.4 million farmers in the United States today. But of that staggering number, only 45,000 are Black farmers. At the Better Buggy, we are a proud group of Atlanta-based Black-owned farmers, selling produce locally and nationwide. Our easy-to-navigate online platform makes it easy for you to make a one-time purchase or to simplify your life by subscribing to our weekly produce box. Whichever frequency you choose, you can order with confidence, knowing you'll receive 100% organic farm-fresh produce. If you're looking for a thoughtful gift for a loved one that they'd actually find useful, be sure to pop by our online store where you can snag a gift card your recipient can use to order their own produce and t-shirts. Ready to start supporting local Black-owned farms and making healthier food decisions? Visit thebetterbuggy.com now to start shopping.
The worker shortage rages on, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to play this video from a business owner that interviewed on Fox News. So this is worker shortage, biggest issue facing U.S. economy this summer. Chamber of Commerce warns. So let me go ahead and play this for you.
Anna Maria, whose business is being impacted by the labor shortage, no doubt. So are you still, buddy, having trouble getting workers?
We're having trouble in New York specifically. We have two locations. We have a New York location, and this winter we opened up a location in Florida. Florida, we're open 7 days a week. We're open for lunch and dinner. In New York, we're closed a day a week, and we can't get open for lunch because of the labor shortage.
How much are you spending, not a dollar amount, but percentage-wise, how much more do you have to pay workers to lure them in, specifically in those New York locations?
25 to 30% increase in our labor rates.
Wow. Well, a company like Apple that has a 43% profit margin can afford to do that. They have. I suspect you don't have a 43% profit margin.
I'm in the restaurant industry. We're lucky we get double digits.
So how long can you afford to do this? You can't keep that up forever.
Eventually it's going to hit the customer. It's going to hit the customer's wallet. And, the consumer's expectations aren't coming down. The consumer's expectations are still up there. We appreciate their business. Don't get me wrong. We're loving the fact that there's demand. But the expectations, they still want the service that was pre-pandemic. And eventually, there's not a single restaurant in our town that's open 7 days a week. And this is our season. We make money. We're a tourist town. We make money during the summertime. And New York's not ending the unemployment until September.
Wow. And, buddy, talk to me about the specific difference between the two states of New York and Florida, because I read a piece that was written about you talking about how you just got really fed up with New York business environment, with all the regulations and taxes and so forth, and you moved your family down to Florida, right? I mean, explain the difference between the two regulatory systems, because you still have a place in New York, but now your focus is Florida.
Yeah, so we're still here in New York. We shut down New York until about 3 weeks ago, Memorial Day weekend. The taxes were the biggest surprise. I was a finance major in college, and you still don't understand it until you run that first payroll. And we ran that first payroll, and the lack of state tax, which also means employer tax at a state level, isn't there. It was as compared to New York. That was a dramatic savings, and it's helping us with the pandemic as we're used to managing to the New York tax rate. That's our business acumen.
Okay. So, ladies and gentlemen, the worker shortage is still a major, major thing going on this summer. I am wondering what it's going to look like when December comes, November, December, their favorite time of the year to go out shopping. I wonder what the worker situation is going to look like then. This worker shortage is still going to be there. It's not going to go anywhere by the time we get to December. It will still be here. So the Labor Department reported this week that the U.S. had a little more than 9.2 million vacant job openings in May. And remember, the reports are always a month behind. A record-shattering number despite the 9.3 million unemployed Americans. Mm-mm-mm. So the jobs are just sitting there and no one's applying. So the chamber estimate that 1.2 available workers per job opening before the crisis. The ratio was hovering about at 1. Although the ratios are close in range, there are differences between now and before the pandemic. Previously, the major issue was that available workers didn't necessarily have the skills to fill those openings. Now, however, there are other factors at play. In fact, this morning I was reading there is a white collar worker shortage, and they are now training blue collar workers to take the white collar worker positions. Mm-mm-mm. So nothing has changed, y'all. This thing economically is kicking the US behind for real. Mm-mm-mm. So at least 4 states have announced plans to provide low income workers with a financial incentive to return to work. The chamber lauded the move, citing polling from June that found the unemployed Americans are seeking some type of financial bonus before returning to work. Nearly 4 in 10 respondents who lost their jobs during the pandemic said a $1,000 hiring bonus would make them more likely to return to work full time. The percentage was particularly high among younger workers between the ages of 25 and 34, 53%, and those with some college education, but not a degree. So, what are you going to do? America got their homework to do because people just don't want low wage work anymore. Not unless y'all want to hire a bunch of teenagers. But for adults, mm-mm. And when listening to this man, this Edward Buddy Foy Jr., when listening to him, he didn't offer any incentive talk. He didn't say anything except for he's shorthanded in his locations in New York and Florida. Well, you know, personally, I think many of these businesses are not going to survive. Some are going to fold and just give up. Now, the ones that can hang on, it's going to be rough. It's going to be really rough. And as I told y'all before, the baby boomers are leaving the workforce. And the baby boomers were way larger than the young that were out here working. And that being said, there's always going to be many openings out in America unfilled. But y'all, please tell me what you think. Please leave your comment and subscribe. Don't forget to hit on the notification bell, and I'll see you on the next video. Peace, family.